Aegon the Conqueror, the first Targaryen king, the man who forged the Seven Kingdoms into one. But if he could conquer Westeros with fire and blood, why did he stop there? Why not turn his dragons eastward, toward Essos? Was it fear? Was it strategy? Or was it something far greater? Today we unravel the mystery of why Aegon Targaryen never set his sights on the vast continent of Essos. To understand why Aegon didn't invade Essos, we first need to grasp its sheer size. Westeros is large, yes, but Essos? It stretches from the western shores of Pentos to the farthest reaches of Asshai, beyond even the known world. Unlike Westeros, which was divided into 7 major kingdoms, Essos was fragmented into countless city-states, empires, and nomadic tribes. Even if Aegon had conquered one region, holding it would have been an endless war. The free cities alone had their own armies, mercenaries, and fleets, and beyond them, the Dothraki roamed, an unstoppable force on the open plains. The free cities of Essos were not helpless kingdoms waiting to be conquered. Cities like Braavos, Pentos, and Myr had vast fleets and wealth beyond measure. Braavos, in particular, had built its city to withstand dragons, having fought against Valyria itself. Aegon, for all his might, would have faced an enemy prepared for his fire and fury. Even Valyria, the great empire from which House Targaryen descended, had struggled to maintain control over Essos. What chance did a single ruler have, no matter how powerful his dragons? There is another reason Aegon didn't turn east: his personal history. Before he conquered Westeros, Aegon spent time in the free cities, particularly Pentos and Tyrosh. His family had strong ties with the Valyrians who ruled there, and House Velaryon, his greatest allies, relied on trade with Essos. Conquering these lands would have meant turning against those connections. Instead, he kept them as trading partners, ensuring Essos remained a source of wealth rather than a battlefield. Even in Westeros, Aegon learned a harsh lesson. Conquering a land and holding it are two very different things. His campaign against Dorne proved just that. Unlike the other kingdoms, Dorne refused to kneel. They didn't meet him in open battle. They used guerrilla tactics, ambushes, and scorched earth warfare. If a single kingdom in Westeros could resist the might of dragons, what hope did Aegon have against the free cities, the Dothraki, or even the ruins of Valyria? And then, there were the Dothraki. Unlike the armoured knights of Westeros, the Dothraki were swift, ruthless horsemen who struck like lightning across the open plains of Essos. They had no castles, no cities, nothing to burn with dragonfire. Aegon's dragons may have been powerful, but could they burn an enemy that never stood still? Even the Valyrians at the height of their empire avoided full-scale war with the Dothraki. Aegon would have known that if he marched against them, his war would never end. But perhaps the simplest answer is this: Aegon didn't want an empire that stretched endlessly. He wanted a kingdom he could rule. To rule Essos, Aegon would have had to fight forever, but to rule Westeros, he needed only fire, blood, and patience. So why didn't Aegon conquer Essos? The answer lies in strategy, in history, and in the simple reality of power. Even dragons have limits, even conquerors must know when to stop. And Aegon Targaryen, the first of his name, understood this better than most. Instead of chasing an endless war, he built a legacy that would last for generations. The Iron Throne, the Seven Kingdoms, the Targaryen dynasty. And in the end, that was enough. What do you think? Could Aegon have conquered Essos if he tried, or was he wise to stop at Westeros? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.